Good Friday evening and welcome back to SaberCat Stadium here on the campus of Southmoore High School. Our title sponsor is Communication Federal Credit Union. Open up your free student checking account and get a free Visa debit card from CFCU. We are broadcasting live from the OEC broadcast booth. Oklahoma Electric Cooperative is your trusted source in all things energy. You can learn more at www.okcoop.org. And we have a national anthem rendition being played. It's hard to hear, though, because we do not have a crowd mic tonight. All streams on krefsports.tv are presented by the Riverwind Showplace Theater. You can find out more about the live events and entertainment at the Riverwind Showplace Theater at riverwind.com under the Riverwind Showplace Theater tab. I'm Ethan Higgs. Alongside me is Cameron Kraling, and I have on my camera tonight, that is Riddick Pembroke. We got a good three-man crew here for you tonight. And Cameron, I want to hear your confidence forward of Norman keys to the game.
All right, let's go. We've got an exciting game tonight between the Cats of Southmoore and the Norman North Timberwolves. Who's going to get the opening goal? We know that's always going to be a factor in any game, but certainly with these two, whoever's going to get that opening goal will get some momentum, and I would be interested in seeing how the other team responds. Southmoore, they're looking for some momentum. They got a 2-game winning streak coming in, getting a victory over Edmond Santa Fe and a big one, 6-1 victory over Choctaw recently. 2-game winning streak, though, 8-4 on the season, looking pretty strong. But when you go side by side against the undefeated 9-0 Norman North Timberwolves of their pedigree, we know they have. We are certainly up for a test, the SaberCats know, and it's going to be a fun one tonight. It's all about the Timberwolves are undefeated, truly haven't lost, so will they be able to keep it going? They're having to play away tonight. Their last game, 2-0 victory against Putnam City West. I'm certainly interested and excited in how this game plays out. It's going to be a fun Friday night and a fun soccer game.
Our keys to the game are brought to you by Confidence Ford of Norman, a Cavender Auto Family dealership where confidence is Cavender. Let's get into our starting lineups presented by Norman Regional Health System with over 3,000 healers, more than 350 credentialed physicians with a multi-campus system providing compassionate care and leading-edge technology to South Central Oklahoma. We'll start with the 8-0 Norman North Timberwolves. They are 1-0 in District 6A1, currently third, but you expect that to increase as the season goes on. Their goalkeeper tonight is number 1, Zach Jennings. In addition, they have number 2, Isaac Hundley. Number 3, Marco Serrano. Number 4, William Son. Number 6, Drew Park. Number 10, Jackson Escobedo. Number 12, Cruz Canihans. Number 15, George Jankowski. Number 18, Ethan Kohler. Number 21, Miguel Madrigal. And number 17, Luis Rivera. As both teams are ready for the McIntyre Law Kickoff, serving clients in Oklahoma and nationwide with no fees until you win. You can find out more at McIntyreLaw.com. Let's hit the starting lineups of Southmoore. They will begin possession. They will go from right to left, and they are wearing all navy blue. Meanwhile, Norman North is wearing all white. Their starting lineup will look like this. Number 3, Caden Anderson. Number 19, Michael Carrizales. Number 10, That is K10, Caden Locke. He had a great game last Friday. He had 2 goals. Number 8, Grayson Schmidt. Number 4, Lewis Vo. Number 9, Hoyce Air. Number 7, Gavin Miller. Number 6, Miles Yaffe. Number 2, Royal Garner. And number 70, Xavier Rivera. Play has kicked off. We are 15 seconds in. And already this ball pinging around like a pinball machine with the possession right now is K10. He is sent to the turf, but play will continue. He wants a foul that he's not going to get. Norman North with the ball. Personally, I've called a lot of hometown Norman North games over the last few years. Kind of odd to see them wearing their road whites, but it's a good clashing difference with these 2 jerseys with the dark navy blue and the white tops of Norman North. Vo makes the short throw over to his teammate Miller here on the near sideline. Vo gets it back. That ball sent high, a bit of a foot race, but that ball is headed over to the goalkeeper, Rivera. And that'll roll out of play. Looks to be a throw-in for Southmore. Correction, it might be a free kick, in fact.
Yeah, I didn't see a lot of contact, but it's an early call, early free kick here.
William Son given free kick duties here. All free kicks are presented by Cavens Group. If you have an emergency any time of day or night involving fire, water, mold, or weather, how about that save from Riviera? Cavens Group sure would be proud of that. If you want to call Cavens Group about any of those emergencies, you can contact them at 405-573-3048.
Absolutely. Rivera just taking command in his box, making that catch look easy.
A very acrobatic catch. And here comes Southmore the other way, and plenty of space is Air. He cuts to the inside. He wants that curving shot. That ball is poked away, and it rolls over to Jennings.
Yeah, good defense there by Luis Rivera. Just touching it away, tapping it away there from the foot of Air as he was building up his attack.
In the girls' game that just concluded a few moments ago, it was won by Norman North with a score of 3-0, 20 shots taken by the Timberwolves, 0 taken by the SaberCats. Advantage was given to Norman North, but it evaporated by the time possession was given up. This is Schmidt with it. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. He's looking for a pass. Air. Miller sends it over to Vo now, who's looking for passes. K10 has it. Locke dancing around and deflected was the shot. Southmore still has the ball, and now it's poked away. Still dangerous for the SaberCats, though. Desperate to make a move, there was Anderson who slid for it. This ball finally poked away. That will give a break to the Timberwolves.
Big clearance by Park, just getting it out of there, but here's the SaberCats still on the ball.
A great move by Locke, shakes the defender, but the pass wasn't going. Instead of letting that ball roll out of play for what could have been a corner, it will instead be a punt in the making for Norman North. Jennings scans the field in front of him. Now he sends it high. Southmore puts it back over to midfield. Air with a nice move over to the near sideline, but that sideline comes a bit too quick. Miller couldn't get there in time, and we will see a throw-in coming for Norman North. Well, once again, they might be faking us out where we're expecting a throw-in, and it'll be a free kick instead. As looking to position the ball for Norman North looks to be Ethan Kohler. Kohler sends it high. This might just bounce outside of the penalty box where it is strongly cleared away. Locke looking for the header. He doesn't get it, but he brings the pressure. Norman North looking to make a move on the far sideline. Great hustle there from Carrizales, who gets that ball out of play. The moon brightly illuminated in the evening sky. It looks like it's a full moon, but the weather app called it a waxing gibbous or something. I don't know all the moon phases, but it's a big moon tonight. That ball sent it to the box. Almost getting the shot across there was Miguel Madrigal. But instead it'll be knocked loose. Offside might have been called. Either way, it'll be Southmore with possession. I was too busy talking about the moon. I got to pay attention, everybody. This ball sent high and over. Locke wanting to bring the pressure, but Jennings will leave his penalty box to make a move. Vo has it now. Air winning it. Southmore's offense is looking really good here in these first few minutes. They've generated a few chances, only one shot listed, but they've spent a lot of time in their attacking half. But here comes Norman North. Son has it. And they'll roll it back to Jennings. Not a bad idea. Changing the field of play potentially. And that ball hit both the noggins of Hundley in addition to Vo. Neither of them knew where the ball went. It went out of play, and Vo throws it quickly to his teammate. Schmidt redirects it, and he'll get it back. Schmidt, a mainstay as the left center back for Southmore. Looks to win it again. Vo unable to get it either. Making some nice moves here now is Hundley. Intercepted that time by Carrizales. And a nice move once again. The dribbling's been great as Yaffe was trying to move it forward. Correction, that is number 5 for Southmore who was brought down. That is Luiswin Rivera.
Yeah, I believe Jankowski just got the arms a little bit out there, got him behind his back, and therefore the whistle was blue.
Well, that's an advantage of moving quickly, as Southmore was just there. Very fast counterattack. It drew the foul. And this time it'll be a free kick.
It's certainly going to be fun to watch these counterattacking and back and forth of both these teams throughout this game.
The ball 41 yards away from the goal line, sent it to the box, and the header didn't do enough to readjust the trajectory of the ball as it'll go out for a goal kick in favor of Norman North.
Well-placed free kick, honestly, in a great area. Header was there, just not on target, but a great opportunity for the SaberCats early on, not even 10 minutes in.
Jennings sends it high into the night sky. A bit too physical on the return as we'll see a free kick, this time in favor of Norman North. We saw them have one a few moments ago that resulted in a great save from the keeper Rivera of Southmore.
Almost looks identical to what the SaberCats just had.
Yeah, just about 12 yards deeper. This one sent very high. This will drop in the box. It does take a bounce. Southmore does get there first, and they're able to clear it away. It'll be a throw-in for Norman North.
Yeah, good clearance there by Carrizales. Not messing around, not going to take any chances when the ball's in his box. Just clear it out.
Kohler throws it to his teammate. It'll go over now to Hundley, looking for the entry pass, poked away, but the goalie's down. Southmore looking to clear it away. That they do, but Norman North gets it back. Enough time was bought for Xavier Rivera to get back up. And we'll see another clearance. Norman North was looking for a shot. Weren't able to connect. That'll go out of play off of, I believe, Vo. And Hundley will now look to receive it after he caught or ran down the ball out of bounds. It'll be Kohler once again to throw. A lot of off-ball movement from the right-hand side of Norman North, but that ball was thrown over everybody, so we will see a goal kick. And correction, it'll be a corner. Apologies. It'll be Isaac Hundley to take the corner. All corners are presented by OEC Fiber. With fiber fast internet, phone, and TV, OEC Fiber has got you covered. It is for Timberwolves right on the goal line, in the goal, looking to potentially cause some interference. That ball sent a bit too long. Getting there first for Norman North was Drew Park, but he was on his back foot, wasn't able to do anything with it. The ball returns to play following the goal kick. A high clearance intended potentially for Locke, but it goes a bit too high. Schmidt, he sends it back, and he'll get it in return. A good pass from Locke with his back to the goal. Just looking to be a connector. A good through ball with it right now. That looks to be air. And a good interception there from Norman North.
Yeah, I believe that was Park getting his head on it and getting the ball rolling here on the counter for the Timberwolves.
It looked to be a promising counter, but Southmore was able to stop it in time before it got too dangerous.
Yeah, clogged it up in the midfield, and here's Miller on the ball.
Great movement from Miller, moving laterally as he now finds himself on the far sideline. He passes it back. Carrizales on the back line. Schmidt gets it. Schmidt back to Carrizales.
Great work here by the SaberCats, just holding up possession, really not forcing anything, not needed to. It's first half.
A tough matchup for both of these teams. Incredibly talented players representing both programs, representing both schools, representing both cities. It'll be a free kick in favor of Southmore. A conversation held between Miller and Schmidt over who will get the duties of taking the free kick. It looks like it'll be Schmidt. Not too much of a run-up, but he sure doesn't need it. Great curve on that. Goalkeeper's down. The ball is still loose and cleared away. A lovely positioned free kick there, but nothing going early. Schmidt wins it back. Carrizales. The two of them have been playing as center backs, but as that was called a free kick. Norman North tried to play it early, and it was deflected by Southmore. Plenty of speed over there on the outside. That ball's loose in the box, and the shot goes over from air. Great physicality being used by the SaberCat over there on the right wing.
Yeah, I believe that was Rivera getting not only the steal, but running down the sideline and getting that cross even off. Great work, great individual effort by him.
Yaffe also helped to set things up. I got the 8 and the 6 confused. Jennings sends that just about over to us. Air collects it. Dispossessed. That ball ruled out of play, so we'll have a throw in right before that ball was sent over. It'll be remaining on the attacking half of Southmore on the left-hand side. They could have thrown it in over there. Instead, they took it at about midfield. Locke has it, looking for options. He continues to dribble around with the Timberwolf hounding him. Schmidt now has it. Air looking for options. Rivera back to Air. And now Schmidt has it with a little bit of time. But that time is quickly dwindling. It's Yaffe looking for moves. Norman North now sending it through, and collecting it will be Xavier Rivera. There looks to be a little bit of haze on the back lights of the stadium. I don't know what's going on over there. A great run in progress here. Miller has it. He sends it to K10. We'll see what he can do over there. He wanted the nutmeg, but he wasn't able to complete it. Still with possession is Yaffe for Southmore.
Yeah, and almost 20 minutes into this first half, halfway through, really just kind of seen a back and forth, tug of war type of first half so far. Possession, shots, all that really not favoring either.
Yeah, if I had to give either team a preference in terms of who's been playing better early on, you'd have to give it to Southmore. But Norman North not far behind. They have the ball right now. We'll see what they could do with it. Air with great hustle. He wins the ball from behind. He slipped a few moments ago, but he popped right back up after a moment. He was able to win the ball from behind. That through ball intended for Caden Locke if he could do anything with it. Dispossessed very quickly. I believe it was Skylar Lipscomb who got there. Here comes Norman North now on the far sideline with plenty of speed and options. That ball loose in the box. Southmore having control of it right now, and they clear it away. Another potentially scary moment for the back line of Southmore as Norman North starting to build some attacks.
And just big clearance there by Anderson. And it looks like it's going to be a throw-in, too, as maybe it took a deflection off the Timberwolf. Looked like just the big boot of Anderson.
There's still quite a bit of haze under the floodlights. I'm very curious to know what that is.
Yeah, it almost, I would guess if another game was still going on, potentially maybe their lights or pyro or anything, but there hasn't been any smoke or anything else around us. Quite
a real mystery. I don't smell anything either, which is a good sign. It'll be Norman North who has the ball. It took them a while to get things going. They will have a free kick a few yards shy of the sideline on the far part of the field. That ball sent high and in. It might be a little bit too long, but it's still loose in the box. The Southmore just wants to clear it. That they do. A potential counterattack here if Southmore can do anything with it. Dribbling along the near sideline, that looked to be Miller, and that ball deflected out of play. It'll be a throw-in. It'll be the Timberwolves to throw with possession right now. It's Hundley.
Yeah, it looks like Miller's ball forward just crossed the line. Therefore, the Timberwolves going to get this throw-in. But great effort and hustle still by Miller.
Kohler with the throw. He sends it forward, and the header by Vo sends it back. Norman North tries it again, and with a little bit more success, that ball sent in from Madrigal, but it might have been sent too far.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a miss hit on Madrigal or his idea was to try to switch the field and maybe it just wasn't on the same wavelength as there just wasn't anybody down that left side.
That ball won by Xavier Rivera. That ball traverses along the back line of Southmore. Air, the intended target, he has it. And a big challenge there and an easy call made in favor of Southmore. Miller was taken down. It was a tough challenge from Ethan Kohler. The throw-in stayed along the near sideline and cleared away again, as this time for Norman North, that was Luis Rivera, who just sent that ball as high up as he could, landed in the second row. Vo on the throw-in. Schmidt looking for the quick pass to Locke. It bounces loose. Air had an opportunity there, but play stops him.
Potential high boot, maybe?
Yeah, I could see that. It would be ruled in favor of Norman North.
I do see Lipscomb grabbing his face.
Sure hope Lipscomb is all right. Norman North playing a very quick counterattack here on the far sideline, and it's Southmore's turn to clear it high and away. That'll go out of play right into the Timberwolf bench. They're pretty close to the sideline as those two athletes are running towards them. You could sort of see all of them brace for impacts. Luckily, no one bumped into each other there. Over halfway through the first half, still scoreless, 0-0. Locke dancing around, looking for a pass. He brings it over to the near sideline. Schmidt looking for a through ball to Vo, but intercepted. Intercepted once again. The shot taken and deflected.
Yeah, that was Air with the shot, and that had some venom on it. And great reaction by Jennings, just standing tall in his box. Wasn't able to make a clean save, but just rebounds it out. And here's the Timberwolves with Madrigal building up on their side.
A great slide there from Anderson. Knocks the ball loose. Southmore in a counterattack. This is where they want to be. That ball intercepted. Another great sliding challenge from Anderson. 2 for 2 in the last 30 seconds on his slides. That goes out of play. A throw in incoming for Southmore. Southmore, the Morris City champions, undefeated against the collective efforts of Moore and Westmore High Schools. They got a big old trophy as a result, but they're looking for a little bit more hardware as the season continues. You could say the same about Norman North. They're leading a fantastic year, as you'd really expect at this point from the Norman North soccer programs that are being run over there in Norman. The Timberwolves trying to get that ball in a safe position for a potential attack. Southmore winning it, but not much going.
Potential handball, but maybe it was just accidental. No call.
Yeah, Caden Locke, it did look like he may have punched it down just by accident. Even then, you would still call it in those situations, I think. Either way, play continues as Southmore sending it fully forward. Air in the area. He was trying to track the ball in case Norman North missed. Instead, it'll be a throw-in. Air chasing it down. You can't hear it because we don't have a crowd mic tonight, but the Southmore crowd starting to get fired up here.
Well, they knew coming in that this was already going to be a big game, bigger than others. Certainly, maybe not compared to rivalry games of the Moore War magnitude, but certainly hosting Norman North, coming in, they knew this was already going to be a big game. And with the scoreline, how it is, a lot to be amped up about.
It does look like a good contingent of the Southmore crowd is made up of students. Good to see the student body of Southmore coming out to cheer on their classmates as Norman North has the ball in midfield looking for options. This ball sent over to the near sideline, giving great chase and winning it for Norman North is Hundley. A great move by Hundley. Once again, he sends it into the box. The bicycle kick was not in the correct gear, as we will see a goal kick in favor of Southmore.
It looked like Madrigal tried to break out his bike there, just wasn't in the shop just yet, but a great idea and very fun from the Timberwolves on the build-up there.
Now, if Madrigal could have converted on that bicycle kick, I think we might have blown out some eardrums in excitement. So thankfully for a lot of people's health at home, that did go wide. Either way, this game is still scoreless. 15 minutes left, maybe just a little bit less as this ball sent high and over midfield. A shot from distance from Yaffe. It might have been deflected a little bit and it was off center, but either way, Jennings making sure that he was able to gain control of the ball. A diving effort puts it in his possession. Yaffe with a tough challenge. Advantage given to Norman North. With it now is Air. He has options. He's in the box. The shot was sent just a bit wide. Jennings with a great save as he parried it over to a teammate. Here come the Timberwolves the other way now.
Yeah, great shot by Air, getting it on target. Kohler running side by side with him. You saw he made the split decision not to make the sliding challenge, as that would have potentially been a penalty kick.
That time with a promising pass was Miller to Locke. That ball just a bit too far forward. Once again, Jennings doing a great job of getting to the ball first. Things are starting to get exciting here with about a dozen or so minutes left in the first half.
Well, it's been exciting since the kickoff, but truly just heating up on the pitch. Both these teams, as we've mentioned, really just end-to-end, back and forth. Really no give between either, as we see on that challenge.
Yeah, Yaffe and a Timberwolf, whose number I haven't been able to get yet, they both went down. Yaffe draws the foul, and they both sort of collapsed onto each other, and you can sort of see both of them be like, hey, are you good? Yeah, are you good? Yeah, so luckily they both pop up pretty quickly there. The free kick ready to go for Southmore. Oftentimes they try to send it into the box. This time's no different, just a bit low. The Timberwolves get there first, but still loose. Locke looking for a teammate. Correction, that's Carrizales way out of position. Now Locke has it. That'll go out of play.
Yeah, it was cleared out by Lipscomb just momentarily as the SaberCats have this throw-in.
Carrizales on the throw-in. He finds Locke. Locke's so shifty.
And in the box, it makes him an extra little bit harder, as you know you don't want to foul.
That ball pinged away from Norman North. Southmore still has possession. They're looking for a chance. Schmidt. He sends it high, and that'll go right to Jennings with no one else in the area. Norman North winning the ball close to the sideline. That ball sent very strongly. I don't know if that went over the stands or if it may have potentially even bounced off of the press box all the way up here. Either way, it might be a second until the ball returns to action.
No nonsense by Vo, just calling his shot on this is going to go out of bounds.
Yeah, it does look like that's the case, as we have some folks up in the press box looking far down the window. That could have landed in someone's backyard.
And you see him stretching some and everything. And maybe he's kind of using it for the whole team, but for himself too.
On the run here is Escobedo. He's down on the ground, but no call. A sliding challenge will bounce the ball off of, I believe, Flores, who made the slide. And I thought it was ruled a goal kick from the positioning of the flag held by the side judge. It said it will be a corner, which explains the giddiness of Flores following the challenge. So here comes Norman North now. Hunley to take it. This time it's sent low to the front of the box. The ball is loose, pinging around. Norman North gets another shot, and it goes out of play again.
Yeah, it looks like Lipscomb got that shot off. It took a deflection, and when that happens in the box, it can really go anywhere. And going at the net certainly would have been a challenge for Rivera. It found out of bounds. It's going to be another corner for the Timberwolves.
All corners in this game are presented by OEC Fiber. With fiber fast internet, phone, and TV, OEC Fiber has got you covered. Another corner kick incoming for Norman North. This sent high, wraps around. Oh my goodness, it was on the goal line, deflected out of play. And we will stop things right there in favor of Southmore. That might have even collected what must have been the gut of a Norman North player, and it kept it from crossing the goal line.
It looked like it fell down at the shoestrings of one, and it just ended up popping out. I don't think it went out for a goal kick, so.
Maybe it was called for a foul, but either way, that's something we saw a lot in the girls' game as well. Multiple times, Norman North had the ball on the goal line, and their own players just weren't able to put it in. That ball cleared away.
Absolutely, but in the girls' game, at least for the Norman North end, they were able to get 3 past the SaberCats. We'll see in this boys' game, will they be ruining any of those chances? It's a 0-0 game right now.
The scoreboard lists 4 shots for Southmore and 1 for Norman North. But Norman North has had advantage over the last few minutes. Good passing from the Timberwolves, trying to get that ball in an open area. It'll roll out a play for what should be a throw-in. It'll favor Norman North. A quick throw-in that's taken short, and that's basically a corner. The header, and it's in! And it's in! Norman North scores the first goal of the game. Great work there from the head of Miguel Madrigal, who gets the first goal of the night with 7 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first half. Great teamwork from Norman North.
That is an absolute team goal, as you mentioned, from the throw-in. And if it becomes a cross, it becomes a corner, however you want to draw it up. Madrigal is there in the box, using the head and putting it right on target. Great header.
Norman North, they played that throw-in very quickly, and it was a very shallow throw. I don't think Southmore, they were set. Either way, here come the SaberCats the other way. Locke has it with a lot of speed. He wants that quick punch. In return, the ball's loose. Oh, and it's in! And just like that, we're tied! We're tied in the blink of an eye! 30 seconds have gone by since the Norman North goal, and we are even in SaberCat land.
Absolute end-to-end soccer. Gotta love it. Haven't even fixed the clock yet from the first goal. Just trying to catch up, sending the cross in, and getting at the end of it. Great goal by the SaberCats. Great response. Getting at the end of it after that cross. Beautiful goal there.
Very quick. We'll take one more look at it before play continues once again. Would love to know who scored it. It's so far away, it is hard to tell. At halftime, we will confer with the scoring booth. They'll know.
Yeah, we will have to get that confirmed for you before we just speculate, but certainly great soccer on both ends. Lightning quick.
We are back to action now. And I know a part of that goal was in part due to Caden Locke playing very quickly following the kickoff. Southmore once again trying to do the same thing. Now it's Air who has it on the near sideline. They're playing so quickly right now. Locke has it. And if we see another goal here, that would be absolutely spectacular. Air has it. He whips it in. Schmidt has it easily.
Well, it's crazy what one goal can do. It can just open you up and give you that confidence. Really has the SaberCats flowing. But let's not forget the Timberwolves also have one. So a great end-to-end game. And we still got a whole second half. I am so pumped.
A great move by the Timberwolves. Now they have it here on the near sideline. With it is Lipscomb. A big challenge. It's considered clean. Here comes Southmore the other way. This crowd, especially the Southmore side here right under us, they are as excited as can be.
Yeah, big sliding challenge by Air to win the ball for the SaberCats. They got this throw in here. 6 minutes counting down in this first half. Will we see any more action? Certainly plenty of goals already of 2.
Norman North with possession. And a foul called in favor of the Timberwolves. They want to play it quickly, and now they will. It'll roll over to midfield. The SaberCats win it. Good pressure brought from Alibi. A big challenge there in front of the Norman North bench. That ball rolls loose. 5 minutes to go in the first half. We saw 2 goals in 30 seconds, one for each squad. Both of them incredible feats of athleticism, whether it be jumping or speed. That is Williams' son out there ready to take the free kick. Sent in and collected by Xavier Rivera. Carrizales sends it over. Back to Carrizales. He might be looking for Schmidt here. There it goes. Now Schmidt moving it forward. He had quite a bit of open space in front of him. Alibi to Locke. A great move from Miller. Finds open space. The through ball intended for Air a bit too far forward, and we will see a goal kick with under 4 minutes left in the first. With it right now is Jennings. He sends it high. It takes a bounce before Norman North collects possession. Serrano sends it out of play and looking to make the throw. Correction, sending it out of play was actually Anderson, Caden Anderson for Southmore. Making the throw in is Norman North. Oh, a great little rainbow flick to keep possession. Although play stops, maybe he was too great. 2.5 minutes. We'll see a free kick from that spot. Southmore takes it. Locke. Schmidt. That ball played through. A good ball played to Vo, but it was just a bit too shallow. That'll go out of play for a throw-in favoring Southmore. The SaberCats looking like they're playing with urgency. Vo will throw it. Cleared away there by Lipscomb. A few volunteers on the near sideline ready to pick up the ball when it goes out of play. They're getting their steps in for the day, though. That throw was intended for Alibi, but it was poked away. A good challenge there. That was Beckett Bailey. And here comes Norman North bombing down the far sideline. And a great challenge to poke that ball loose. That was Anderson. Alibi has it. It's been a real battle for the ball over the last minute or so, but Alibi maintains possession. With it now is Miller. Miller finds himself now in the penalty box. 2 Timberwolves on, and scooping it up and clearing things away will be Jennings. He rolls it.
Yeah, just a great job at Kneehans and Lipscomb seeing out on the defense there and waiting for Jennings to get that.
And it looks like it might be a similar story for the Timberwolves. Now they are finding themselves outside the perimeter of the penalty box. That ball scooped high and up. It's still loose and cleared away. We'll see a throw-in, or will it be a goal kick? I don't know.
Carrizales got the first initial kick on it to clear, and it was a great effort by another SaberCat to clear it out for the throw-in.
A throw-in cleared away. Under 10 seconds left. Southmore, if they want to get a shot here, it's going to be an ambitious one. And just like that, Air tries to set it up. It is far right. And that will do it for a very exciting first half here at SaberCat Stadium. We're going to cut to break, and when we come back, we will show y'all the highlights and the exciting moments and break down what we saw in the first 40 minutes. But before we cut to break, it's Southmore 1, Norman North 1. Stick around. You're watching KREFSports.tv.
3 generations, the John M. Ireland and Son Funeral Home and Chapel in Morris continue to serve the community by giving back to local schools, charitable organizations, and first responders.
We provide pre-planning for funerals and cremation services at the most reasonable prices.
We are proud to be a family-owned and operated funeral home.
Award-winning funeral home year after year, our family believes in serving the people of our community.
I'm John Ireland.
And I'm Solon Daniels.
You've got our word on it.
After a car crash, life can be hard. You're hurt, stressed, and then, when you need help the most, the insurance company doesn't care.
They drag their feet, question your injuries, and make things difficult. They put profits over people.
At McIntyre Law, we level the playing field. We take on the billion-dollar insurance companies so you can focus on what matters, getting your life back. Call us at 405-777-7000. You deserve better.
Is your insurance premium increasing? At Right Way Insurance, our top priority is helping you secure the best rates while ensuring a smooth and positive experience. As an independent agency, we work with a variety of top insurance providers to meet your needs. Call us today at 405-607-6014 or visit our website at rightwayinsuranceok.com for a free quote. We're also proud to sponsor Moore and Norman Athletics. That's Right Way Insurance, 405-607-6014.
Spring is here, and spring brings things to smile about. Craig and Strait Orthodontics wants to help you and your family every step of the way to a beautiful smile. Craig and Strait has 3 conveniently located offices in Norman, Mustang, and South Oklahoma City. Check out our website at craigandstrait.com or give us a call to schedule your free consultation. You'll soon be on your way to the smile you've always wanted. At Craig and Strait Orthodontics, we want to see you smile, Oklahoma.
More Public School Athletics is proudly sponsored by Communication Federal Credit Union. Open up your free student checking account and get a free Visa debit card from CFCU. The Riverwind Showplace Theater is a proud sponsor of KREFSports.tv. You can find out more about the Riverwind Showplace Theater at riverwind.com under the Showplace Theater tab. We are broadcasting live from the OEC broadcast booth here at SaberCat Stadium. OEC is your trusted source in all things energy. Learn more at okcoop.org. 40 minutes down, and we had a very fun first half, all tied up at 1 apiece, and both of those goals came within 30 seconds of each other. It was Norman North who got on the board first. It was a fantastic header from Miguel Madrigal following a shortly played throw-in, and you could just tell how much elevation Madrigal got. And then very quickly afterward, Southmore played the ball, and running up the near sideline was Locke. He ended up whipping the ball in, and it found who was eventually the goal scorer, Hoyce Air, as that ball bounced loose right there, and then Air punched it in. Great positioning from Air, who is the goal scorer of the first goal tonight for the Southmore boys. And just like that, we find ourselves tied at 1 apiece in a very fun ball game between two incredibly talented squads.
Been absolutely fun to watch. Great game on the pitch. 1-1, even Stevens. We got a second half still. Undefeated Timberwolves, but the home team SaberCats certainly are putting up a fight.
So, with 40 more minutes on the scoreboard, we're just a few minutes away from the second half here at SaberCats Stadium on the campus of Southmore High School. A very fun game that will resume shortly. Stick around for more. You're watching KREFSports.tv.
Get behind the wheel for less at Eskridge during our Honda Summer event. Right now, get a 2024 Accord EX for just $259 per month or 2.9% financing. And we've got nearly 15 in stock to choose from at that price. Want an SUV? How about a 2024 CR-V Sport Hybrid front-wheel drive for just $320 per month? That's going the Eskridge mile at eskridgehonda.com.
Are you looking for luxury apartments for rent in Norman? The Falls at Brookhaven offers stunning apartments and a well-maintained, calm atmosphere. Enjoy our landscaping, a swim in the pool, or take your pet for a walk in one of our 2 dog parks. Our spacious outdoor areas and state-of-the-art amenities will make this new home feel like a resort. All this can be right outside of your door when you live at the Falls at Brookhaven. Call our locally owned and operated community at 405-701-8233 or go online to thefallsatbrookhaven.com to view our spacious floor plan.
PayMe checking is the #1 debit card at Communication Federal. With good reason, because you earn real money rewards with your Visa debit card. With Communication Federal, you can get a fresh, shiny, new debit card at the branch same day, so you can get out there and do your thing and get rewards for doing it. Open your PayMe checking account online at comfedcu.org or at any branch in just a few minutes. PayMe checking, only from Communication Federal Credit Union.
At OEC and OEC Fiber, we are managed and operated by employees who embody local and reliable service to the communities where we live and work. Our electric and fiber services reliability, along with our unmatched member service and subscriber support, will be unlike anything you've seen or experienced before. Together, we are reinvesting in Oklahoma by bringing reliable electric and high-speed fiber services to our communities, homes, businesses, and schools. ODC and OEC Fiber, the power of connection.
Ever wonder how your tickets get from the box office to your hands? When you buy from OKCCivicCenter.com, your ticket goes straight from our system into your inbox. You get a specific seat location, clear pricing, and reliable customer support. But what if you buy from a reseller? Resellers often can't provide exact seat locations, inflate prices, and don't offer a reliable method for contacting customer support. Buy smart, buy direct. Visit OKCCivicCenter.com.
Schumacher Law Group, when experience matters. Tracy Schumacher is a former prosecutor and former district judge. Whether it's a probate challenge, criminal charges, or contentious divorce proceedings, experience matters. The attorneys at Schumacher Law Group provide compassionate, knowledgeable advice, all while fighting for your best interests. Find Schumacher Law Group online at lawgroupok.com or call 405-701-1882. Hometown lawyers ready to fight for you when experience.
This is Lisa Talley, broker and owner of Aria Real Estate Group. Aria Real Estate Group is Norman's premier full-service commercial and residential real estate brokerage and leasing and management firm. With our team of real estate agents, specialized property managers, and in-house maintenance team, Aria is here for you in every capacity. Whether you're a seller, a buyer, an investor, or a renter, we can help. Please explore our website at ariagroupok.com. Aria Real Estate Group, the gold standard of real estate.
Hey, sorry I missed your game. It's okay.
You see that? That's when I realized it's time to finally do the thing we've been talking about for years. So we're making plans for right now.
Start your plan today with a Northwestern Mutual financial advisor and spend your life living.
Are you looking for a luxury apartment for rent in Norman? The Falls at Brookhaven offers stunning 2 and 3 bedroom spacious floor plans with large walk-in closets, washer and dryer hookup, and a fabulous kitchen in a well-maintained, calm environment. From plush carpet to sleek stainless steel appliances to a pool, 24-hour fitness, and 2 dog parks, the Falls at Brookhaven has it all. Call our locally owned and operated community at 405-701-8233 or go online to thefallsatbrookhaven.com for a free tour and see what living in luxury is like.
So you want to create your future, discover a path worth traveling down, find a career to get excited about. For decades, Moore Norman Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future today at Moore Norman Tech.
Welcome back to SaberCat Stadium. We are just moments away from being underway for the second half. This game's still tied at 1 apiece. Two very talented teams on the field right now, and all 22 players want to come home with a win in a hotly competitive District 6A1. Both teams undefeated so far. Southmore 2-0 and Norman North 1-0. This game will be crucial, I think, not only for qualifying for the state tournament, but also seeding as well, as the top 4 teams out of 8 in District 6A1 make it to the state tournament. Play has resumed. It is Norman North who starts with the ball. They are going from right to left. We saw 2 goals in the first half. If you're just now joining us, both of them came within 30 seconds of each other. It was a very fun moment with 7 minutes left in this game. We saw both of those goals. So we'll see what happens in the next 40 minutes or so. We'll see another goal, whether it happens in regulation, overtime, or penalty kicks. That high ball was intended for Caden Locke, and he draws a foul as he was shoved airborne. And we'll see the free kick coming shortly for Southmore. Caden Locke has it, very quick on his feet. And that pass just a bit too far over the left shoulder of Liswin Rivera. And Norman North trying to get it through, but in these first 90 seconds or so of the second half, it's been Southmore on the attack. Carrizales will be due to throw. He sends it over to Locke. Two defenders on Locke is really the minimum amount of personnel needed to shut him down, as that ball does get knocked loose. Liswin Rivera looking to make a move, a big collision, no foul called, but the Timberwolf is still down. Rivera staying with the down Timberwolf. That is Williams' son, and time will stop. Unintentional contact from Rivera. He stayed next to him, making sure that he was okay.
Yeah, I didn't see any malice or anything really strong in it. Just, as you mentioned, just accidental, maybe caught up in the turf, still going for it.
Yeah, in the upcoming moments before that collision, Rivera was given the ball a few times. He had to stretch out for it. That was just another instance of him trying to reach for the ball. Walking under his own power back to the bench for Norman North is Williams' son, wishing him the best. I believe taking his spot is Juan Hernandez. It's Norman North with possession on the far sideline. That goes out of play for a Norman North throw-in. Lipscomb due to throw. Here come the Timberwolves dancing with that ball, rolling right along the edge of the penalty box. The shot taken and collected easily that time by Rivera. He did have to track over to his right-hand side, but he was able to collect. And now the back line of Southmore will look to build another attack. This time they try to go just about over everybody, as that ball was intended for to Locke. Now with it on the near side is Rivera. Tough defense being played, and the challenge is won by Hernandez. Here comes Hundley. He goes down. Playing it quickly is Park. He sends it over to his teammate. That's Rivera, Luis Rivera. Three players in the starting lineup with the last name Rivera. That was a strong shot.
I believe that was Madrigal at the end of it there with another header opportunity. Tried to go for his brace.
Xavier Rivera, the goalkeeper, one of those three Riveras I was just talking about. He was in the absolute perfect place at the perfect time. That ball sent right into his gloves. A strong challenge that favors Norman North. They keep possession. Park, he sends it forward. And that ball is rolled over to Xavier Rivera. Carrizales looking for options. Back to Rivera. Well, Xavier Rivera was listed as the starting goalkeeper. That might actually be Schmidt in the goal, but we'll find out in a little bit as Southmore is on the move. Jennings pokes it away. Now the goal is open. Rivera had an opportunity there for a shot, but he was tripped up just a bit to ensure that a shot could not take place. Here comes Norman North now, here on the near sideline, running with plenty of speed. Oh, my goodness. What a slide there from Carrizales to stop things. Hundley, he goes down. A free kick upcoming. All free kicks are presented by Cavens Group. If you have an emergency any time of day or night involving fire, water, mold, or weather, call Cavens Group today at 405-573-3048. Hundley sends it high. That's in the box. It's pinged around, and it's in! And it's in! Norman North have taken the lead right back. They celebrate in the near corner. What a header as both goals for Norman North have come in the air. Trying to figure out who scored the goal once again. I thought I had an eye on it, waiting for the number to appear, and then I lost it.
It may have been Luiswin Rivera. I thought that's who I had my eye on. Let's take a look at the goal.
Well, Luiswin Rivera plays for Southmore.
Oh, pardon me. Oh, Luis Rivera. My bad.
Okay, Luis Rivera.
I was looking at his name, and then I was thinking of Luiswin because I saw the LU.
Yeah, it's been kind of tricky for us. Two players with very similar names on each team, but they have both been playing excellent tonight as that goes out of play.
Yeah, completely, pardon me, Luis Rivera. Great goal. Let's take a look off the free kick.
Yeah, we've seen both goals of Norman North, if not coming off of free kicks, then just shortly after.
It just looked like he was in a great position, and if he didn't use his head, he just did a great job of getting a body part on it and putting it towards goal.
With it right now is Miller. Tough defense as Garner sends it into just outside of the box. Here comes Norman North now. A big shove. Advantage given to Norman North. And now there's a whole lot of tugging and pulling. And now clock will stop at 32:58. A card issued to... It looks like that'll go against Norman North as returning to the bench. I think that's number 13 for Norman North. That would be Skylar Lipscomb. That was a big battle over on the far sideline. A substitution occurring as well. Who, you know what, I think I don't know. I can't hear a whistle or anything. Both teams made one change, and both players went to the bench in a lot of mental anguish. As for Southmore going to the bench was Hoyce Ayer, the goal scorer in the first half. Maybe they both got yellow cards. Either way, it's a free kick for Norman North. This one, once again, sent it to the box. Southmore gets there first, but the ball is still loose before being cleared away. And another clock stoppage as the player's down for Southmore. And another yellow card issued, this time going against Norman North. That is Cruz Kanehans, who is going to the bench. Meanwhile, a player still down right outside the perimeter of the box for Southmore. And getting up quickly after that is Carrizales.
Yeah, didn't see a lot there other than maybe how Cruz kind of backed up on the SaberCat, but really didn't look like a lot for a yellow. But I believe the ref's just trying to settle down maybe what's been a lot of heat on the pitch.
Carrizales looks to be good to go. He's running around with the ball right now. Good to see him in good health as he makes a good run here. 4 Timberwolves in the area. He has to pass it back. Miller. That was Locke who lost possession. On the back line is Ethan Kohler. He sends it back to his keeper, Jennings. With possession right now is Yaffe. Good interception by Norman North over there on the far sideline.
Just great sticking with it. I believe that maybe Park down there. It's going to be a SaberCat throw, but just a great effort in trying to keep winning the ball and moving forward for the Timberwolves.
Hoyce Ayer returning to the game. So he was the one who got that yellow card a few moments ago. It was Bailey who filled in for him. That ball sent high. Liswin Rivera was the intended target, but it bounces loose. Rivera, once again, looking to get it, but he's going to be out of bounds before he could get there. Rivera caught the ball out of bounds. He tried to give it to Hundley, but Hundley was facing the wrong way. Now he's kind of mad about it. With the ball right now for Norman North to take the throw. That's Hernandez. Running with open space is Norman North. That ball could not get over Carrizales. A lot of contact there, and now we're seeing a bit of physicality, a bit of chippiness 10 minutes into the second half.
Yeah, and I thought that's kind of what those yellows were for earlier. Let's see, and as I'm talking, just kind of really still haven't seen that settle down yet that I think the ref is wanting. And it's kind of funny that the SaberCats getting the yellow when I did see Flores kind of maybe initiate with the arm.
Well, that was sort of an interesting interaction between Juan Flores of Norman North and Caden Anderson for Southmore, because Caden Anderson for Southmore, he was walking away with his hands up, and that would have been fine. And then he turns around and he points and he says something, and that's when the yellow card came out. So he'll be on the bench again. For Southmore, as they have another yellow card to their team list. And it'll be a free kick. In fact, for Southmore, so despite the fact that they get the yellow card, they take the free kick. Rivera with a strong challenge, and that seemed inevitable. That'll be a free kick for Norman North. Another stoppage. And there's another yellow card for Rivera.
Truly just throwing out the cards right now like candy at Halloween. I mean, I'm looking down at my notes, and I didn't even see a yellow. Like
Anderson returning to the game. He got the yellow card just a moment ago. Free kick taken by Hernandez. Flores. Here comes Locke. He has a few options. Instead, he holds up play. He'll look to pass it back. Carrizales. That's sent over to Anderson.
I think if any of these two teams enjoy maybe this kind of game where they're stuck in and sort of no real groove of either, it would have to be the Timberwolves, just because the scoreline is favoring them. So if they feel like they just need to grind this game out for a little under 30 minutes, then that's their path to victory.
Yeah, Norman North feels like they've had the advantage over the last few minutes or so. They've been on the attack. They've actually drawn a few yellow cards, as Southmore has had multiple infractions. A quick fake throw from Hernandez. Now the ball enters play. Hernandez gets it back. Intercepted from Norman North by Anderson. He still has to play defense, though. And a shot taken from distance, quickly blocked. It was Hundley. Now sent to the back line of Southmore. That ball loose and in the middle. Here's an opportunity for Norman North. A through ball that cannot find a destination. It'll roll out for a goal kick.
Yeah, it was intercepted by Hundley in a very favorable position for the Timberwolves. Had a few options. Looked right, just wasn't able to find the right connection there for the Timberwolves, but a nice looking opportunity to strike right back when they're already up 1.
Schmidt. Anderson, he sends it back to the keeper. The keeper just pokes it out. It goes back to Anderson now. Oh, a nice move. But Miller ends up losing the ball.
Great flick by Madrigal. It was a nice idea. I love the idea. He's trying to flick it past Carrizales, but even better by Rivera to see that and just run up in his box.
Southmore on their attacking half. We'll see if they can do anything with it as the foul is drawn. That was Schleiper who was able to draw the contact. Schleiper got a lot of action in the JV game a few hours ago on this field. 26 minutes to go in this game. Norman North scored early on in the second half. A free kick that is sent right on frame, and a collision in the box gives advantage to Zach Jennings, who currently holds possession.
And a good strong catch there by Jennings, even with some contact, no rebound or fumble.
Norman North now have the ball in a dangerous position. Plenty of Timberwolves moving forward, but coming out of his line is the goalkeeper, Zach Schmidt, the freshman who entered the game, I believe, in the second half. Southmore keeping the ball inbounds close to the press box. That's what that clearance is sent very high. Physicality from both teams. And a foul called. No, never mind. They played quickly. If a foul was called, then yeah, it was played quickly. That hit the referee.
Just playing on. Playing quickly and playing on. These two teams, even this stage of the game in the second half, still running like it just kicked off.
Norman North has it on the far sideline. A nice touch, but that ball did roll out of play, so we'll see a throw in for Southmore.
Truly have the stamina and the legs for days, both these teams, showing it just running all over this pitch, trekking so many miles.
Southmore ready to throw it in. The hesitation before the ball re-enters play. Locke had it. He's been all over the field tonight. And that ball could not fly over the back line of Norman North, who now hold possession. That ball rolled out of play, so we'll see a Norman North throw in. They definitely would have preferred to keep it in play. They had advantage. They were moving very quickly. Due to take the throw is William Son. Son with a very strong throw. He sends that over 20 yards forward, but Southmore wins possession. The pressure started to arrive. Dancing with it now is Air.
Great interception by Son. And now here's the Timberwolves on the counter.
Hundley. Hundley wants the shot. That's going to go high. And it careens off of the empty bandstand.
And kind of running full steam ahead. Maybe didn't have the best balance for the shot. Got under it like a shovel, but went max power and just over the bar, but in this stage of the game, just trying to put shots on target, even with the scoreline in your favor, isn't always the worst of ideas.
That ball cleared away by Zach Schmidt. Both goalkeepers in the game right now wearing number 1. They're also named Zach.
Well, this has been the Rivera and the Zach game, surely, hasn't it?
Yeah, 3 Riveras were starting this game. Xavier Rivera traded out for Zach Schmidt. Good passing by Southmore, who now try to make a move here on the near sideline. That finds Liswin Rivera. And a strong challenge by Rivera. No foul called.
Yeah, just going to go 50-50 with that shoulder. No arm extended.
Miller wanted the through ball, but a great interception there from Norman North's Drew Park.
Great get back by Yaffe. SaberCats still have possession.
Locke, he has an option over on the far sideline, but that ball wasn't ever going to find a clear path. Norman North was going to lock it down, or it was going to go too far, and in that example, it went too far.
Yeah, he tried to find Vo there on the left, and as you mentioned, just went a little too far there.
Jennings bringing the ball back to the field of play. We were talking about the moon at halftime. It was, in fact, a waxing gibbous. I guessed earlier. I guessed correctly. It looks like a full moon, but that's tomorrow.
So we're nearly a full moon, in the stage right before it's a waxing gibbous.
Because waxing means it's starting to increase with the amount of light, and I think gibbous is just the term for what comes before and after a full moon.
Cool. We're all learning on astronomy night in soccer.
Shout out to the moon. It keeps things illuminated sometimes during the nighttime. As right now with the ball, it looks like there was a foul against Norman North. Southmore wants to play it quickly. Specifically with the ball is Miller. He sets the ball down and plays it quickly. This ball's through to Locke. One defender to beat, and the defender wins. A great move there. The composure was fantastic. Still looking to get a number, although here comes Norman North the other way. That ball rolls wide.
May have been Jankowski. Either way, Timberwolves, great defense.
Jankowski playing on the back line for Norman North. Southmore wins it. Norman North trying to keep possession on their defensive half. That ball knocked loose by Rivera. Caden Locke now in open space. He slides to keep possession, and play continues as Norman North is going to win it. Here they go the other way now. That ball sent high and fast, and that'll roll to Zach Schmidt. He'll play it quickly to Carrizales. Miller.
You can tell the SaberCats, they can sense the time in this game, really trying to get the ball on their feet and start to set things up.
Under 20 minutes left in the second half. We're halfway through the second half, if I said half enough in that sentence. Surely you get the point, as Miller has it. Miller wanted to change the field of play over to the near sideline, but that potential pass was cut off, so the ball staying on the far sideline. Cleared away, but still in play. Carrizales has it. Miller faking a few moves as on his back is Hundley. A good challenge won by Norman North. Here they go the other way. This has been the way that Norman North seems to be attacking ever since they scored that second goal early on in the second half. They're trying to play quickly. They're trying to run counterattacks, and Carrizales nearly gave the ball up as he slipped at a bad time. Luckily, he was able to pop right back up. Park had it. He has it now. Making a run on the near sideline. That is Juan Hernandez. And now it is George Jankowski.
Great run here by Allen, and excellent sliding challenge by Anderson just to stop that in its tracks.
The ball goes, I believe, out of play. We'll see a throw in for Norman North. Juan Hernandez to throw. That throw in quickly cleared away by Southmore. Norman North has it. Oh, a good touch pass gives Norman North a little bit of space here on the near sideline. Miller was really just trying to make sure he didn't end up falling on the athletic track. Lets the ball roll out of play for a throw-in for Norman North. Hernandez has been given throwing duties for the most part here on the near sideline. He has the ball now. Hernandez sends it back to his teammate right now. That's Luis Rivera. Cleared away by Carrizales. That ball sailing long. If it was hockey, you'd call icing here. That'll roll out of play. Should be a throw-in for Norman North, who I wouldn't call it time wasting just yet, but they'll take their time as that ball rolls back into the field of play, and it'll be Jennings who collects it. He sends it forward to midfield.
That's fair to say. It seems like nearly any time they can. They don't necessarily look to bleed the clock, but their foot's a little bit off the pedal. They're letting a few seconds extra trickle for sure.
Well, they're certainly not going to waste their energy on recovering the ball when it goes out of bounds. That seems to be the trend that they're playing with as Caden Locke looks for a pass on the far sideline. That was deflected. Carrizales has it now. He's playing slightly out of position. Deflected out of play by Mason Allen, who's in the area. Southmore will get the throw. Carrizales has it. A 1-2 that was played through Miller, and that ball nearly cleared all the way out of play, but Southmore have it on the attacking third. Timberwolves booted away again. A collision there, no call. Advantage likely given to Southmore following that, and they kept possession, so we keep playing on. Anderson looking to win possession, but plenty of Timberwolves bumping him around. This is a potential through ball with danger, but a good interception there. And a nice move following it from Schmidt. Norman North waiting for reinforcements. Now the ball is up in their right-hand corner.
Great interception by Carrizales. Just getting it upfield. Timberwolves right back on it, though.
14 minutes left in this game. Southmore looking for an equalizer. Norman North looking to at least hold on to the lead, if not tack on another goal. We'll see how these last 13 and a half minutes play out. Southmore with the ball right now. It rolls over to the near sideline. Garner had it, and now he sends it forward.
Scenarios play out are, as this scoreline stays how it is, Timberwolves stay undefeated. Job done for them. Hard-earned away victory.
A potential run in the making here from Behar. Deflected away and a player down for Southmore. They have possession, so clock will stop reading exactly 13:06. On the ground is Anderson.
He's been on the ground for other reasons all night tonight. Hopefully he's all right.
Anderson's been playing a very tough game on the defensive side. And while he's being checked out, we will cut to break. And when we return, we will have the last 13 minutes and 6 seconds left of this game between Norman North and Southmore. Stick around. You're watching KREFSports.tv.
For luxury apartments for rent in Norman, the Falls at Brookhaven offers stunning apartments and a well-maintained, calm atmosphere. Enjoy our landscaping, a swim in the pool, or take your pet for a walk in one of our 2 dog parks. Our spacious outdoor areas and state-of-the-art amenities will make this new home feel like a resort. All this can be right outside of your door when you live at the Falls at Brookhaven. Call our locally owned and operated community at 405-701-8233 or go online to thefallsatbrookhaven.com to view our spacious floor plans.
Walking off the field under his own power is number 3, Caden Anderson for Southmore, with a water bottle in hand. Looked to be shaken up, but hopefully we will see him return if healthy. Action soon to resume. 13 minutes and 6 seconds left in this game. Norman North leads Southmore with a score of 2-1. The first 2 goals were scored one apiece by each team in the span of 30 seconds in the 33rd minute of play, as Norman North had a great header. And then right after kickoff, Southmore made a great run. It was Hoyce Ayer who ended up scoring the goal. And then a few minutes into the second half, Norman North scored what has given them the lead, their second goal. That ball passed out of play. We'll see a throw-in incoming for Norman North.
Interestingly enough, what I was trying to get at is the Timberwolves will stay undefeated with this victory, but only 9 games in the season. All of their victories have been in regulation, so would be pretty fun if the SaberCats were to get a goal here.
A player going down for Norman North, with Norman North's athletic training staff also coming over, as Southmore got there first because it's close to the Southmore side. I think this is Juan Hernandez, and what looked like what may have happened was I think he caught a soccer ball to the gut. He's just staying on his hands and knees right now. 2 players going down in very quick succession. 30 seconds have gone off the clock since we resumed, following Anderson having to leave the game.
Well, if that's the case, getting the wind knocked out of you is never a great feeling. But maybe the nose.
Yeah, he's currently getting a towel to the face. We're going to take another quick break, and when we come back, we will have 12 and a half minutes left to go in this game. Although, hang on, he might be returning to the game. I guess we'll stick it right here then. But we don't want our sponsors to feel left out. Let's hit a few of our valuable sponsors. The John Ireland Funeral Home and Chapel, with 2 locations to serve you. Visit them online at johnirelandfuneralhome.com. In addition to the Moore Norman Technology Center, preparing for success, changing lives, and building better tomorrows. You can find out more at mntc.edu. And finally, before we resume play, let's give a shout out to Armstrong Bank, with community locations in Norman and more to assist you. Armstrong Bank, where strength runs in our family. I think we're just about ready to go. The throw-in will be in favor of Southmore, and we're back to action. That ball high and cleared away. Locke had it. He had 2 goals last Friday. None yet tonight, but a very obvious talent on the field. Very fun player to watch in the attacking third. He has it now. A shot taken from distance, deflected out of play, and just like that, we have a corner in favor of Southmore.
Well, take your shots if you're Smith. A low little grass cutter with some bounce, certainly almost like a ground ball for a shortstop, having that little hop on it. And Jennings needing to get down and just make the save and get it out.
Southmore taking the corner quickly. It ended up low and it pinged away. Vo, he wanted to clear it away. He missed it. And it's this ball in plenty of open space. And now it is cleared away by Garner. You could tell how quickly Norman North wants to play it. Timberwolf went tumbling. But no call given, as I believe this will be a throw-in for Southmore. Vo has it. Alibi was the one who retrieved the ball. He'll get the ball now. Alibi, he whipped it in and it went wide right. That ball stayed low. He took that shot from just outside the perimeter of the penalty box. That's the kind of spot you want to take your shots from if you're confident. He looked confident there, but he just got a little bit, how would you call it, just the wrong side of the ball. Probably got over it a little bit if it stayed on the ground.
But certainly a great idea right after Smith's shot, going low and forcing the save from Jennings. Alibi, going with the same idea, just as you mentioned, right on the other side of the post.
Jennings sends it high. It'll drop around midfield. Madrigal got first touch. This ball through, and getting there first will be Miller. Dancing with the ball. He can't pick it up. This ball is loose. Norman North looking for goal number 3, and it drops in. It drops in. Norman North take a 3-1 lead, and that may just do it here tonight at SaberCat Stadium. In trouble just about that whole time was the goalkeeper, Zach Schmidt. He was unable to pick the ball up with his hands as it was a pass from his teammates, and the Timberwolves pounced on it.
You take the risk anytime there's a pass back to your goalkeeper, and that was just a fair example of why that can be a risk. Great on the Timberwolves, pouncing on that opportunity, really making it tough for Schmidt, and then getting their goal, really just calculating in the whole team play there.
Well, very quick. Here comes Southmore once again. They scored 1 goal this way already. The shot taken by Alibi. It's loose still. It rolls in. Southmore is right back in it. What a play by Alibi. He already knew that if Southmore plays quickly following a Norman North goal, they could get one back. And just like that, Southmore, they are only down 1 now.
Alibi, we just saw him earlier have a recent real close shot. He keeps his head down, really follows through with it. Great shot.
Well, when we see goals, they seem to come in bunches. Another quick response from Southmore. They're still down 1, but I think they may just find themselves with a burst of confidence.
Really good job by Alibi on the rebound there. Jennings comes out, but just sticking with his shot. Really keeping his composure well, too, not blasting it, keeping it right on target, and getting his goal there and cutting this lead to 1.
10 minutes left. In fact, less than that in this ball game. This game could go either way right now. This ball is through for Norman North. Chasing it down is Escobedo. He has it in the corner, looking for a through ball, deflected out for a corner. All corners are presented by OEC Fiber. With fiber fast internet, phone, and TV, OEC Fiber has got you covered. 9 minutes. Norman North ready to take. Lined up perpendicularly to the goal. The header bounces high. It's still in a dangerous area. Another header. Oh, it bounces off of the post and saved by Schmidt, who picks it up. It was very nearly a 4-2 game. It stays 1 goal gap.
There's Schmidt putting himself there and making a big save when he's needed.
Southmore now have it here on the near sideline. Miller. Air. The nutmeg sends the ball through. A big collision in the box, but he stays on his feet. Now he goes down, trying to figure out who it is with the ball. That is Yaffe, I believe. Yes, it was. Yaffe's going to get a free kick just about 2 yards away from the penalty box. Clock stopping. Yellow card. Will one be issued as the referee is pointing at a Timberwolf, and the yellow card is in his right hand. Boom, there it is. In disbelief right now for Norman North. That is William Son. the left back. This is his position right here, and he's going to have to watch the free kick from the sideline.
Big opportunity right here for the SaberCats, under 10 minutes.
Caden Locke due to take. Right now there are 5 SaberCats in the penalty box with 2 right on top of the key. They have entered, so that makes a count of 7 SaberCats in the box. All 10 Timberwolves are also in the penalty box right now. This ball could really just about end up anywhere. The clock is stopped at 7:50. K10 watches on. A short run up. He sends it up high. It's going to go long, and we will see a goal kick. That dangerous opportunity leaves Southmore empty-handed.
Yeah, it had the build-up there. Not the worst of free kicks there, just a little over Carrizales' head. No SaberCats trailing on the backside. Heading towards goal. It was just a little bit of a heavy free kick, but certainly a nice opportunity. But with the time ticking, let's just see how many shots and opportunities the SaberCats are going to have.
In this game, according to the scoreboard, Southmore has taken 9 shots and the Timberwolves have taken 6. Despite that, the Timberwolves still hold a 1-goal lead with 7 minutes left in this game. That clock continues to tick down. Southmore trying to get loose in midfield, Locke dancing with it. He sends it back. I believe this is Miller. That was Schmidt, in fact. With it now are the Timberwolves. They still want to play quickly here. Luis Rivera, he sent it over to the far sideline. Norman North still has it in midfield. This rolls over to Hundley. This is Madrigal. He sends it high and saved on the near post by Schmidt. That was on target. Schmidt, all he could do was poke it away. We will see a corner for Norman North.
Yeah, that was on target. That came out like a cannon from Madrigal. On target, cannon of a blast for Madrigal, and great for Schmidt. Right in his box, making that big save there. Really redeeming himself just from...
Norman North got a header in the box, but it was easily collected by Zach Schmidt. He's still holding the ball, looking for a potential option. Plenty of SaberCats around him, ready to start and another attack. Headed away by Norman North. That was specifically Jankowski. That goes out of play. In fact, it rolls under the grandstand on the away side. That makes Southmore a bit anxious. They want to play quickly, but they don't have a ball to use.
Time's still ticking. We see this as a factor at certain stadiums.
Locke looking for options. He finds Anderson. Anderson tripped up a bit, loses possession. Here come the Timberwolves with options. Sent over on the far sideline, a foot race that it looks like Carrizales for Southmore is going to win.
I wasn't sure if it was going to stay in or not, but great on Carrizales to win the race and send it upfield.
Locke with possession. Tough coverage. That ball goes out of play right in front of the Norman North bench, who are pleased to report it will be a throw-in favoring them. Southmore winning it. And it goes out of play once again. Or rather, is this a free kick? It will be a free kick favoring Norman North. Under 4 minutes left. Here comes Norman North. They send this into the frame of the box.
Punched away by Schmidt, but SaberCats are on it.
That ball was goal bound. Schmidt, all he could do is punch it away. Here comes Southmore down the near sideline. This is Locke. He finds Alibi, who's behind the defense. If he could chase this down, can he get a shot off? No, he looks for a pass cleared away by Norman North.
Great job by Alibi to even get that cross off. Great pace.
Locke once again has it. He's looking for Alibi. He's got the hot cleats right now. Alibi thrown down.
I mean, the push was there. Was it that hard to Alibi hit the ground? We don't know.
Yeah, for me, it was just in the corner of my eye. Either way, you feel that contact, you might as well go down. We will see a free kick. This will be 28 yards away from the goal line, a little bit further away from the goal itself. Locke in position. That might be Air standing next to him. We'll see who takes it.
And great opportunity here for the SaberCats again.
A 5-man wall formed for Norman North just outside of the penalty box. The through ball that was passed from Locke to Air. Air got it, but it was kicked out of play. We will see a Southmore corner.
That looked like something worked up from the training ground. Tried to put it out on the pitch, but snuffed out by the Timberwolves greatly. But the SaberCats still going to have this corner here. 2 minutes to go.
Locke will take the corner. Sent high. Back post. Punched away.
And who headed that out? The first goal of the game, Madrigal, using the big head.
Good work by Madrigal, sending it away. We are now under 2 minutes left. With every passing second, the offense of Southmore gets more desperate. Here's another opportunity for Southmore. Sent fast to the near post, but I think that a foul was called. So either way, nothing would have happened as the right arm of our referee was held up before the entry pass was made. Taking the free kick over on the far part of the field is the goalkeeper for Norman North, Zach Jennings. He sends it high and long.
And we talk about how many chances left for the SaberCats. That may have been one of the last very good ones as they're down to a minute.
Alibi sent down right in front, once again, of the Norman North bench. No call. Another player down. Under a minute. And we will see a free kick for Southmore.
Well, Alibi is out on the sideline. I think he did that to try to save time even though he was hurt, so the whistle wouldn't be called.
40 seconds. Southmore with the ball. This might just be their final attack of the night. Here's Air with it. 2 Timberwolves on him. Air just wants to get that ball forward. He sends it over.
Threaded the needle on that pass.
The shot taken from distance. It's loose in the box. Miller has it with space. Pinged in. The ball is loose. It's still loose. Take the shot. Oh, it's in. We're tied up at SaberCats Stadium. And karate kicking the corner flag, scoring the equalizer for Southmore. Who else? K10, Caden Locke.
What theatrics here at Southmore. Getting the cross in. And as you mentioned, Locke, great position. And he just needed to take the shot, as you're mentioning on the call. Put it on target. Great job. Hits it low on target. Great goal. Great equalizer.
The clock reads 16 seconds. And for what feels like the last 10 minutes, Southmore has been looking for their equalizing goal. And they got it. It took quite a bit of SaberCat magic to even get to this point. We are now tied. We might just see extra time.
And the Timberwolves have not tied in regulation. So this will be a first for them. If we reach that, we still have 16 seconds.
Norman North watching on.
But all of Norman North's wins, the undefeated season so far, they've all come through in regulation. They haven't all been pretty. They've blown out some. They've had 2-1 wins. But this They've never had to go to penalties.
Right now, there are, counted up, 7 players lined up on midfield exactly for Norman North. It looks like a kickoff in football. Here we go. 15 seconds left. 7 players forward for Norman North, and the ball is cleared away. Not done yet. 7 seconds left. What can Norman North do is they send it high. Easy work for Carrizales, and deflect it again. That does it for regulation. We are tied 3-3. 2 miracle goals right in the last few minutes for Southmore. And what a game that we have seen so far.
Truly, I don't think you could have written this game up any better. Truly a game that's had a culmination of everything, and it's not even over yet because we're going to get some penalty kicks.
Now, I called a game on Tuesday, and here's something that, to tell you all at home the truth, is what I don't understand about high school soccer is sometimes we go to penalty kicks and sometimes we have extra time, and that might have to do with district play. This is district play, and this is my first time of the year seeing a game finish tied in district play. So with the way that the players are lined up right now, we might see penalties, we might see extra time. To tell you guys the truth, we'll find out in a few minutes.
It could possibly be extra time. And in that scenario, Southmore has had 1 extra time game. They lost to Piedmont 2-1. No penalties for Southmore. No extra time or penalties at all for the Timberwolves. All of their games have been settled in regulation, as I was getting at. So this is going to be something new for them.
Looks like Southmore, or rather Norman North, their 11 players are returning to the field, so we will see 10 minutes of extra time. I think it's 10-10, and it's golden goal, if I am not mistaken. So we'll potentially see some golden goal magic. If we're still tied at the end of that, that's when we will see penalty kicks.
Okay. Whoa. Talk about hot. It looks like the coin toss is being presented. Really just kind of settling which side's going to be given.
Just a few moments away from overtime. Sean Phineas, the second goal scorer for Southmore, and Caden Locke scored the final goal. As I went over to the PA room, and they were like, we don't write down the goal scorers, which doesn't help me much, but what can you do? We've had plenty of exciting goals tonight. Madrigal scored a goal for Norman North as well. I think I'm just missing 2 goal scorers for Norman North. We are just about underway. 10 minutes on the clock in overtime number 1. Golden goal. And I'll tell you what, as I was leaving the room to go over there, the doorknob fell off. I feel bad about that. And I closed the door, so I don't know if we'll ever be able to leave the press box. Maybe I should have kept it cracked. And we're off. We are underway. 10 minutes on the clock now, continuing to roll down. Norman North starting with possession.
I think all that means is how hot and heated it is on the pitch has took us all the way up here. Because we're feeling it.
Yeah, we need some air circulation in here too. But what can you do? Not too much longer left in this game. 9.5 minutes have gone, they're on the clock right now. Let's just start over on that sentence. We're starting to lose our minds up here in the booth. 9 minutes and 25 seconds rolling down. Overtime number 1, golden goal. Both teams tied at 3.
Friday night fun on KREF here, overtime.
Norman North have a free kick, 10 yards shy of their attacking half of midfield. They choose to keep the ball over on the near sideline, far sideline. That ball whipped in. The shot taken. Oh, and it just goes wide. We very nearly saw the winner, and it sailed far right. Taking that shot for Norman North was Madrigal,
who only goes for the most spectacular of shots. Tried to break out his bike earlier and went for a scissor right now. He goes for the SC top 10s only.
Well, from our angle, we couldn't tell whether it was on frame or not. As that ball was suspended in the air, so was our disbelief, and it ended up going wide. Locke has it again. He scored the equalizer goal to keep us right here where we are in overtime. Carrizales now has it. He sends it forward. Now we have chance brewing for Southmore. They're really getting into it now. Miller has it, looking for options. He's looking for Vo. Deflected and out of play.
Well, this is kind of, besides winning in regulation, this is everything the Southmore would want. Play a hard game. Take the Timberwolves to overtime like it is, at home, really just bringing out their best when they're playing the best.
Schmidt sends it forward, but it finds a Timberwolf before it finds anybody else, and Carrizales will win it back. He sends it back to the goalkeeper. In goal right now is Zach Schmidt. Hard to win possession over there on the far sideline. It ends up being poked loose, and now on their defending half is Norman North. Running with it right now, that's Luis Rivera, one of 3 Riveras that started this game. Carrizales sends it high into the night sky. Hard to play it. It'll bounce into the safe territory of Norman North. Hotly contested. A good step there to almost win the ball for Norman North. That was Escobedo. Trying to play along the near sideline before losing it was Miller. Vo having it. Yeah, that's an easy foul call, as a lot of speed showcased there from Norman North's Escobedo, who ran from behind to get in front of Vo. Vo, who really wasn't expecting him, threw him down. We will see a free kick now.
Yeah, may have just taken one of the options there of just taking him down instead of letting Escobedo get by him and really set up a really great-looking shot.
Hundley, the right winger, ready to take a free kick. He has to move the ball back about a yard. A one-man wall, not enough. This ball sent it to the box, poked loose. Here comes Air the other way. He had a bit of open space, but he wasn't able to get a good first touch. Locke has it. Multiple Timberwolves prowling in the area. This ball sent over to the far sideline. Cleared away. That should be over there on the far sideline. Garner. It goes out of play for a throw-in. Norman North will have it. Serrano throws it down the sideline. Park had it, but it goes out of play. And it looks like we will have a substitution in favor of Southmore. At least they're lined up to do so. Alibi returning to the game. Sean Phineas Alibi, who had a goal. The second goal scored of the night for Southmore. He returns. A quick throw in just about as soon as they could get away with it with Southmore.
Arm raised, but I don't think it hit. for sophomore Locke.
Luiswin Rivera is the one who leaves the game in favor of Alibi. Carrizal is still just trying to poke the ball loose, and a foul called. It'll be in favor, it looks like, of Southmore. 4 minutes left in our first period of overtime. Next goal wins.
It's like next point wins when you're at lunchtime basketball.
Right now, Locke has it. Sends it into the box with plenty of speed and punched away by the goalkeeper, Jennings. Cleared away. Carrizales heads it to midfield. Plenty of Timberwolves in the area, but now Vo has it. He sends it over, and
Locke was offside. He had to just retreat back to get onside.
yeah, he couldn't make a play on it. This is sent out of play. A round of applause as this will be a throw-in in what could be a dangerous location for Southmore. On the opposite side of the field, we saw Norman North have a fantastic goal as they played a throw-in shallow, and then after that ball was thrown, they sent it into the box and found a head. This ball in the box, Locke has it. He sends it low, cleared away. Miller looking for an option. That ball also sent into the box. Southmore have a lot of advantage right now.
They certainly had the momentum and confidence with them after getting that last goal and really jolted up.
I couldn't think of the word for momentum, I'll be honest with you. I kept thinking about it. I'm like, what am I thinking of? You hit it right on the head.
That's why we're here.
Southmore with plenty of momentum. Both teams fighting for the ball right in front of us here on the near sideline. A throw in taken quickly for Norman North. It finds the back shoulder of a Timberwolf, and it goes out of play. The Timberwolf in question was Madrigal. Miller. Carrizales now. Good ball control by Carrizales. He sends it to the back line. That looks to be Schmidt. Crossing midfield. Vo. Air. He has a little bit of space here with options. Finds Locke. Plenty of Timberwolves defending. A through ball to Alibi. Is he able to keep it in play? Yes, he is for the time being. He sends it right back. And that shot taken high. Maybe more of a cross, but either way, getting there at the end of it all is Zach Jennings. Under 2 minutes to play in overtime number 1. Jennings clears it away. Here comes Norman North, and attacking on the left-hand side was Isaac Hundley, but he was a few yards offside, so he had nothing to do but go forward, and now he goes to the ground. He might be cramping up. Clock stops, minute 16. You could tell how hard these teams have been battling tonight. Good thing it's Friday. I couldn't imagine having to wake up early and going back to school after this.
Yeah, certainly going to need a weekend after this kind of game for both these teams.
Walking off a bit tightly, but under his own power, is Hundley. I wonder if part of it had to do with the fact that he was offside and he was trying to get back, and the sudden gear shift may have resulted in what could be a cramp, but he's handling it like a champ. Hopefully he can return in this game. Norman North certainly needs him. Waiting for the referee to resume the clock, and here we go. Carrizales will take the free kick. Possession earned by Norman North. A good collision knocks the ball loose. Vo.
Looking upfield.
Air with an opportunity. Sent towards goal. Oh, and it just sails wide. A whole lot of people right down in front of us wanted that to drop in, as the good crowd here for Southmore really wanted that one. A fantastic run by Air. A defender tracking him down. He took the shot looking for top right corners, and it just wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, great save by Jennings. It's going to be a corner. I really wasn't sure initially if it just went across the face of the goal or if Jennings got the hands on it.
Corner whipped in, ball loose. Miller with it. He's taken shots from this distance before. Dancing around, finds some space, left footed, wide.
Ooh, he did all of it. He created the space. He got over in front of the goal. Truly check mark, check mark, check mark. Just needed the last check mark of taking the shot, composed, right on target. And it was just off the mark there, but great looking build up there by Miller.
That does it for overtime number 1. I believe we should have 10 more minutes of play. Just updated what's the scoreboard. And if we are still scoreless in these next 10 minutes, then we will go to penalty kicks. But in those 10 minutes, you got to give the advantage to Southmore. They've scored the last 2 goals in this game. They also took a majority of the shots in the next 10 minutes, or last 10 minutes, but another 10 minutes are on the board, and it'll be very interesting to see who can hold advantage.
Yeah, it'd be interesting how the Timberwolves respond in this second overtime. As you mentioned, the SaberCats really kind of hammering it down on them right now. And are they just looking for penalty kicks? Are they still shell-shocked from how the game ended? That whole regulation with the last goal, they probably thought they would be on the bus by now heading back to Norman.
A majority of the goals scored from Norman North have come off of set pieces, or perhaps even self-generated set pieces where they had that throw in. I'm so fascinated with it, where they had the throw in on the right-hand side. Hopefully you can find a replay while I'm talking about it, because I thought it was incredible, where they took a throw in, not just quickly, but very shallow, like the span of a few feet. Very quickly, they whipped it into the box where they were able to find the header. Meanwhile, the hometown SaberCats hyping up the home crowd. They don't need much encouragement right now. And I think that's what we were talking about.
Yeah, what a great header again by Madrigal. Just he leaps up and he takes great command with the header. He doesn't accidentally hit his head, you can tell.
But we've seen all sorts of exciting goals tonight, whether it be because of skill or timing. It's been a very dramatic game.
It really was. You can't get any more dramatic than last 30-second goal.
10 minutes on the clock for the last time tonight. Southmore starting with possession.
And will we see a golden goal, or will we have penalty kicks decide this dramatic Friday night thriller?
A good crowd on hand representing both institutions. Haven't talked enough about the Norman North supporting cast over there on the far sideline, only because they're a bit further away. But a good crowd on hand for both schools. Southmore keeping possession. Air has it. That pass sent to Locke. Locke sends it over to the left-hand side. This is Norman North with possession right now. Dribbling with it, that's Park.
He sets it up. Here's Allen in the middle with just a great clearance there by Vo. Just clearing it out. Going to let the SaberCats get back here.
And with this ball rolling out of play, this generates what could be a set piece for the Timberwolves. The throw in shallow and easily cleared away by Sean Phineas Alibi. Another quick throw. This ball sent high up into the penalty box. Still loose, headed away, still in danger. And looking to take the shot from distance and up That would have been absolutely magical if Williams' son could have kept it down. Instead, it sailed a foot above the crossbar. It hit the field goal post.
Yeah, really tried to line up that volley there. Almost did, just as you mentioned, just a fraction off as it went off the other crossbar.
A late appearance in the game for Southmore's Landon Vo, who is taking the other Vo's spot, it seems. A good header into the middle there from Anderson.
I think that's called a like-for-like change.
Either way, the ball is high up right now. Carrizales with a little bit of space that quickly evaporates as it goes out of play for a throw-in, favoring Norman North. They're trying to figure out what they want to do here, they being Norman North. The throw taken. Their right-hand corner, our left. The shot whipped in. Pass. I got it backwards. The pass turned into a shot that ends up sailing very far over to the left-hand side. We will see a goal kick. All goal kicks are presented by First United Bank with 5 locations in the South Metro and over 80 locations in Oklahoma and Texas. Visit firstunitedbank.com. .22 players on the field right now, hoping they can be the final determinant to take their team to victory tonight. Air heads it just away from the sideline. Through, almost was locked. That ball is escorted over to Zach Jennings, who rolls it over to his back line. 6.5 minutes. This ball eventually cleared to the front line of Norman North, who gets there first.
And Carrizales ninja kicks it for the clearance.
The Timberwolves have it on the near sideline with possession. Escobedo crosses it in. It finds a Timberwolf and it's in! Good night from SaberCat Stadium. Norman North walks it off away from home. Absolute scenes as the whole team of Norman North jumping around in a mosh pit over on the athletic track. Even the goalkeepers are getting involved. I'll tell you what, that is 130 yards of sprinting, and Jennings was able to make it all the way over. And just like that, we are done.
Right in front of the face of the goal. Great instinct, great reaction. Just to take the shot and put it on target. We'll have to get a number because the game winner. But what an incredible finish. What a great game. The Timberwolves are going to stay undefeated in a magical fashion because this game was kind of turning against them at some point, but really showed their grit in a way, you could say, because it was not going their way to go to overtime, stuck with it, and it's going to get this overtime winner. And we'll just have to see how both these two teams' seasons go because I think they're going to be strong outs in the playoffs.
Yeah, for those still with us here tonight, you will not see a much better soccer game in this district for the rest of the season. An absolutely magical night, really from both teams, but a heartbreaker for Southmore and an electric finish for Norman North. We had a whole lot of fun up here in the booth tonight. Let's hand out our superlatives before we get out of here. Let's start with our offensive player of the game presented by Tommy's Express Car Wash. You can get your car cleaned at 119th and Western or in Midwest City at 5920 Southeast 15th Street. For more information, visit tommy-express.com. Do you have a pick for offensive player of the game, Cameron?
I would have to say the game winner, and by the reactions, the hugs, I'm going to say it was Escobedo that got the incredible assist to send that in. Great run. He's been hard. And it looked to be maybe Vargas that got the game winner. We're certainly not 100. But what a great game overall by the Timberwolves. I would say Madrigal was truly an X factor, though. I saw him playing some defense at one point. I was like, I thought you scored the goals. But truly just showing that he's a two-way player like some NBA players.
Madrigal was all over the place tonight. It was hard to track Norman North's goals because they're so quick and their numbers are pretty small. But they played in a great game tonight. And Madrigal, one of the best, number 21 for Norman North, a great player tonight. How about our defensive player of the game, brought to you by Van Hoos Fence. Their perfection is your protection. Call 405-735-1167 or visit vhfence.com. What do you got?
I think Drew Park was really stellar and strong. Nothing that really flashed my eye, but maybe that's what made him so great on the defensive side, was you don't want too much going on back there, and he just cleared it out. He really took great control back there for his team. And there was some troubling parts. There were some rocky roads in this game, but it seemed like he always was there to steer the ship and keep them going.
And I think in addition to that, he had plenty of instances where he turned defense into offense.
Absolutely.
Starting a lot of counterattacks. I think that's a great pick. Our Van Hoos Fence defensive player of the game going to number 6 for Norman North, Drew Park. Let's go over to difference maker of the game. This is presented by Insurica. You can learn more about the Insurica difference at Insurica.com. They are specializing in you. Do you have a submission for difference maker of the game?
I think I was getting at that with Madrigal. He truly was an X factor. He got the goal. He was really all over the place on many sides of the field, and he just seemed like he was a threat anytime he got the ball, especially on the offensive side.
And start getting your replay cash ready. This is our electric play of the game, presented by Wade Electric, who are family-owned and operated for more than 50 years. Wade Electric, prepare to be energized. What do you got?
We got to go with the game winner right here in overtime. Just a build-up, sent to the left, and Escobedo did a great job on just sending this cross in. And it was the Timberwolf who did get that final touch. We do apologize. Just great reaction there. And you know in that moment, his eyes are lighting up the size of the moon, but the composure just to keep it on the net, great job.
Well, you mentioned the moon. What moon phase are we in? Do you remember?
The
Pop quiz?
waxing gibbous.
That's right, the waxing gibbous. Tomorrow we'll have a full moon. And
So
just
we
like
can't
that,
wait because it'll be Saturday, full moon, and it was a blast of a Friday night.
it was. That does it for our coverage of this fantastic doubleheader of action between Norman North and Southmore High School. Norman North does sweep it in the very end. Norman North moves to 9-0, 2-0 in District 6A1. Southmore moves to 5-3, where they are now 2-1 in District 6A1. For Cameron Kraling, I'm Ethan Higgs, and our head of photography tonight, I lost my notes. It's Riddick. Tell me your last name once again.
Pembroke.
Riddick Pembroke did a great job on the camera. That does it for us here in the OEC broadcast booth from Southmore High School. We are wishing everyone a good night and a fantastic weekend.
Take care. Have a lovely weekend.